Good afternoon, students. Yesterday, I told you that we will talk about sericulture in the next class. What is sericulture? The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Now, how silk moth produces silk, the life history of silk moth we will study today. The female silk moth lay eggs. Who lay eggs? The female silk moth lay eggs from which H larvae are released, which are called caterpillars or silkworms. The larvae which are hatched from the eggs, what are they called? They are called caterpillars or silkworms. Caterpillar weaves a net to hold itself. Then it swings its head from side to side in the form of figure of 8. So, who weaves a net to hold itself? Caterpillar weaves a net to hold itself, and during these movements of the head, the caterpillar secretes fiber made up of a protein which hardens on exposure to air and becomes silk fiber. So, who weaves the silk fiber? Caterpillar weaves a silk fiber by weaving a net to hold itself. That net, it becomes hardens on exposure to air. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fibers and turn into pupa. After caterpillar, which stage of the life cycle of silk moth comes? Pupa. This covering is known as cocoon, and the covering, the net covering, is known as cocoon. The further development of the pupa into moth continues inside the cocoon. That hard covering is known as cocoon. Inside that, development of pupa into moth occurs. The silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth, and the silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of silk moth. You can see the figures given. You can see the figures given in your book. है ना? That is life history of the silk moth. Now, there is a variety of silk moth which look very different from one another. There are variety of silk moths which look very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield is different in texture. So, different varieties are obtained by different variety of silk moths. The most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. Which is the most common silk moth? Mulberry silk moth. And the silk fiber obtained from this moth is soft, lustrous and elastic and can be dyed in beautiful colors. Now, how rearing of silkworm occurs? How rearing of silkworm occurs? Thousands of eggs laid by the female silk moth are stored carefully on strips of cloths or paper and sold to silkworm farmers. These eggs they are stored carefully on the strips of cloths and paper and they are sold to the silkworm farmers. The farmer keeps eggs under hygienic conditions and under suitable conditions of temperature and humidity. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature for the larvae to hatch from eggs. Some suitable temperature is required by the eggs that is maintained. This is done. When this is done? This is done when mulberry leaves bear a fresh crop of leaves. The larvae called caterpillar or silkworms eat day and night and increase enormously in size. What they eat? They eat mulberry leaves. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating and move to a tiny chamber of bamboo made by silkworm fibers in the tray to spin cocoons. Small racks or twigs may be provided in the trays to which cocoons get attached. The caterpillar or silkworm spins the cocoon inside which develops the silk moth. And that cocoon is used for obtaining silk. How silk is processed? Processing silk. A pile of cocoon is used for obtaining silk fibers. These cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fiber separates out. The pile of cocoons, they are either kept in the sun or boiled or exposed to steam for what? For separation of fiber from the cocoon, silk moth. Then the process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling the silk. अपने घर में रील होती है ना धागे की, वैसे रीलिंग द सिल्क. रीलिंग इज डन इन स्पेशल मशीन्स. अलग अलग मशीन्स में होती है रीलिंग. And which unbinds the threads or fibers of silk from the cocoons. Silk fiber are then spun into silk threads, which are woven into silk cloth by weavers. So, silk is a very lustrous, hard strengthened fiber